Golly.
So, yeah.
What's not soccer connected?
Well, I don't know. That's why we've got
a fancy jersey here on the and a soccer ball. What's the deal with this? You and Matt brought something in?
Yeah, well, Matt encouraged me to do that. This is, of course, a Guatemalan national team shirt that you can go out and buy in a store. But we have a men's team down there. And the men's team's an outreach team, and I was down there coaching them for a while and coached them through a game. We're going to grow the program. Our vision for that is pretty much have a men's Division III team in about 2 or 3 years.
Great.
And those guys signed it. It's an autographed jersey from them. Some of these kids, they're real. Some of them are real poor, and some of them don't have a lot, and they're giving. When we bring groups down from the United States, they're giving of their time to help can do construction work and whatnot, and they're part of a team. We've been training them, and they really have a spiritual life to them now. I mean, there's one guy, they call him Bowinkle, you know. I still see antlers on his head when I talk and think about him, you know. But he was a kid that should be dead. He's been shot twice, and he should be dead. But his life changed around because of our director down there, Nathan Hardiman. Introduced him to spiritual things, and now he's one of the leaders of this team.
That is tremendous.
Great guy. What an impact.
What an impact.
And we've become great friends, and I don't call him Bowinkle anymore. We call him Moose. It's more appropriate.
And easier to say.
Easier to say, yeah.
That's right. You don't get those antler images necessarily.
No, not at all. And we bring lots of footballs, we call them down there, but soccer balls, we bring them down, ship a lot down to the different places that we work, because like in Romania, a school may only get 2 soccer balls a year. And the last time I was over there, I gave them about 20, and they almost fell over dead.
I bet.
So,
wow.
I mean, they don't have much money in their budget in the school. So that ball's signed by the guys down in Guatemala, and so it'll be one of the items auctioned.
That's tremendous. We've also got this great-looking book here, which I guess I understand is just now out on the stands very recently.
Yeah.
I think we pulled off a little information at Amazon.com. I think Books A Million here locally has copies. And what about writing this book? How exciting. Can folks get signed copies tomorrow night at the event?
Possibly.
Right.
Possibly.
They'll have a chance to see these, of course, this jersey a live time.
Oh, yeah, and a lot of other things.
The book, Soccer with Passion and Purpose. Wow.
Well, I'm kind of a passionate guy. Even in my sleep, I can't believe it. But I believe that we've been created to be passionate about something. Some people 5 or 6 things, some people 1 thing. And I think you need to find out where your passion is. I'm passionate about soccer, and I'm not ashamed that I'm passionate about Jesus Christ. I wasn't all the time, but I put soccer ahead of him. Now I don't.
Right.
But, you know, we've been born here. We've been created for a purpose. And that purpose is specifically designed for. Some of us walk the path. Some of us can't get on it, you know. But the reality is that we have a path to walk. That's our purpose. My path is pretty much using the tool of soccer and the power of the cross. Remember we saw that picture a few years ago, the passion. And when I speak, hey, that's what we're all about. That guy really changes lives. And I'm passionate about soccer, and I'm passionate about Christ. And I believe I have a purpose. You know, I've been doing soccer since 10 years old, and that's been my purpose. I can't give it up, because my purpose is to use it as a tool now, just to help kids change their lives physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
And so, introduce them to Christ. That's wonderful.
Well, if we had that opportunity, fine. I used to get knocked over the head by people with it, you know, and I didn't really like that, you know. I mean, and so we don't use that method. We just get in there and pour our hearts in, and people ask us how we're different, and we just say, hey, we're different because we know Christ differently now. And I like to say it's Christianity outside the box.
I like that. Christianity outside the box.
Well, I used to teach coaching outside of the box, you know, not by the book. How do we actually win games creatively? And so how can we bring people to know Him creatively? Outside the box. Nobody's perfect. I'm not, you're not, and hey, we all mess up. And you know, we're supposed to come to Him as we are, not get our act cleaned up. It took me a long time to figure that out. So He wants us just like we are, and then He'll work on us.
That's great.
And that's what this book is kind of about. It has a few good soccer tips if you're a soccer coach out there. Best to call me, I'd rather give you better tips over the phone.
Over the phone, that's
right. But I'm not a writer. In fact, my wife got me through my master's degree, my bachelor's degree, and other hours I took because of her ability to communicate.
Where did y'all meet, Paul?
Well, actually, we met in college. And quite a long time ago. We're 40 years this year married.
Congratulations! Wow.
Well, I'll give you her phone number. She really needs she stuck it out with me.
Yeah, that's right.
She's a great
woman. We'll see her tomorrow night.
Oh yeah,
great.
She'll be there, sitting at the table and working and doing some things. But I tried to write a book on soccer, 7 chapters. Must have been more like I was 32, and had them all done. And I lost it. So I got so involved in it, I don't know where it went. So I always wanted to write a book, and so this started out as a sort of a coaching manual.
Right, sure.
Because I do, from what we understand, I do a Christian soccer coaching course, teaching how to use Scripture and love and prayer and stuff while players are playing and practices and whatnot, and to try to change people's lives without hitting them over the head with a goalpost type thing. And we were actually developing a coaching manual. All of a sudden, some book appeared. In fact, one day I went and sat down to write the last chapter, which is called Success to Significance. I mean, you've had a lot of success. We've had, Matt over here has had, and so we've just had a tremendous amount of success in our lives, but the question is, are we going to use that to be changing people's lives to be significant, or are we just going to take the success and, pat ourselves in the back about it? And so I sat down, I couldn't figure out what to write, so I said, it's your book, I'd go for it. And they were only supposed to be 10 pages a chapter. 31 pages came out, and that was a mere miracle in itself.
Wow.
So fortunately, we had some great editors, because again, I'm not a writer, and but it's scriptural based, and I give you good tips, straighten out your life.
That's great. Coaching Soccer with Passion and Purpose. Folks can pick it up or go online to get copies of it. Or, of course, if they came out tomorrow night, have a chance to meet you live time. The phone number again, 235-3762.
Correct.
235-3762. When you think about we've just got a couple of minutes, Paul, and of course the organization over the last year, even the last couple of years, you all have been ramping up fast and a lot going on.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, you don't take a break. About 3 years ago, I told the Lord, I said, hey man, I'm not the guy. You got the wrong guy. About 6 months later, he said, I got the right guy. But you're not taking one step at a time. And I think that in anything that we do in life, that we just take a step at a time, do it well, and get it done, and then take more steps. And what happens is that we're getting bigger steps. If I told you that we're building 2 years ago, we were building a soccer stadium in Guatemala, I couldn't have told you that. We're doing it.
Oh, wow, great.
We had the University of Georgia students at Athens come down, and they happened to bring $9,000 with them. We almost fell over dead. And the concrete is being poured today. We've got 30 meters of 10 rows of stadium, and we expect to build 3,000 seats.
Oh, come on.
Where you want to go?
There we go. You got the joke out. In Guatemala.
That's right. And we hope to end up 4 years, 6,000 seats. And right in the community, that's gang warfare, everything. This summer we did a camp, and we were stoned. The kids were stoned down there. I wasn't there, but our staff were stoned, and they just gathered around, 80-some-odd kids, hold hands, prayed, and the stones stopped. Those kids are helping us build the stadium through the stones. So things are changing.
Through the stones?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I met a couple of them the other day.
I
didn't talk about the stones. I didn't need to.
Right. They knew. That's great. That is tremendous.
And some of them are helping build it.
Some of the Guatemala team, you said, will be with you all tomorrow night.
That's correct. Nathan and Claudia Hardiman.
Okay. We'll be on site, the 235-3762. And again, the opportunity to get a tremendous buffet, to hear Fisher DeBerry, and of course to see you, Matt Holland, your event director, executive director here. A lot going on with y'all. If someone hadn't heard about Global Soccer Ministries and have the opportunity to hear about it for the first time, either right now or tomorrow night, what are they going to get a sense of that y'all are doing every day?
Well, they're going to get about the fact that we're passionate about what we do, and we're hardworking and we're honest, and we're really dealing with kids' lives. We've got a videotape that we're going to show that's going to show you the need of what we're doing in these countries and what we're doing about it. Hey, everybody has a need. These kids have a need for clothing, living. I mean, I could tell you stories where kids have been in the streets of Guatemala and sniffing glue, and the bottom line is that they're taken out behind a building by the police and shot because they can't live anymore. And we're going to try to stop some of that, and we're doing a small part, but we're going to use this passionate game to try to change it. Anywhere I go, anytime I go anywhere in these countries and bring out a ball, I get 50, 60 kids around me immediately. I'm an old guy. Just because that ball is there, and they don't have one. So that ball that you see right there, are changing kids' lives just for the mere fact that it exists on a field, a brand new ball, and we use that as a tool to change their lives and let God do the rest of it.
That's great. Those are good words. Paul, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
It's a pleasure. I mean, I really appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Glad to have you in. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with Paul Banta coming up next. How often do you get an author that takes off a little bit from even a title, his own book, Coaching Soccer with Passion and Purpose? Coaching Soccer with Passion and Purpose. Think of that. And he said there's not a lot of coaching tips in there, but the opportunity to be a part of making a difference. Think about tomorrow night's event. Think about tomorrow night's event. Take the time to write this number down, 235-3762, 235-3762, or you can even go online, globalsoccerministries.org, globalsoccerministries.org. You can buy tickets to, up until sometime late tonight. You can go online and buy tickets online, or you can pick up the phone and dial that number. You heard him use those great words. Christianity outside the box. Isn't that cool? Christianity outside the box. You can hear more about that concept, learn more about the book, and also the experiences of here in Fisher DeBerry tomorrow night. The tickets are a $100 donation for International Soccer Outreach, which is really the arm there for Global Soccer Ministries International. You can be a part of tomorrow night's event. You can also hear Paul and have the opportunity to spend some time with him one-on-one to hear about 1952 and 1965 and 1983. Ask him about those 3 years, 65, 52, and 83. Take the time to get out there tomorrow night, 235-3762.